Ladies, young ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, it gets ridiculous towards the end. Yes, the US Secretary of State Marco Rubio made a statement on the 22nd of June, 2025. It's simply sad. It's sad and at the same time ridiculous. The United States of America feels isolated since their strike. First, they launched their initial attack and they failed quite miserably in their endeavors. Their entire vow went to the Wailing Wall to lament their significant and profound defeat. And the whole world is, there you have it, laughing. The whole world is mocking them. And that hurts. It shocks America. This America, presented as a great power, has failed. But the hardest part is that almost everyone is condemning what America has done, especially the major powers. And that hurts a lot. America feels isolated. America did this thinking they were liberating the world from evil, since Tehran is portrayed as the Tehran regime is portrayed as evil itself, evil in person, through their infamous nuclear program. And so, if they struck, the whole world will say, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. No, you are the lion in the jungle, but it's the opposite. They saw the opposite effect. And in the end, is the American Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, who comes out and accuses certain states without naming them. I don't know if Russia is involved, because the game Russia played there, I didn't understand it, honestly. I'm not understanding it at the moment. You know, here, this is the platform for clear consciences. We don't hide anything. We analyze things exactly as they happen. It's clear. So, what should we say? What did Marco Rubio say? First, share the video conference as much as possible. Give it lots of likes. Give it lots of likes. And above all, don't forget to leave a comment. Subscribe if you're new here and invite your friends to subscribe too. Here, we provide clear, well-analyzed information at a high level. There you go. Let's go. Marco Rubio is the US Secretary of State, so he's in charge of the State Department. He is therefore the head of American diplomacy. He explicitly stated that many of these particular countries that issue public statements condemning us, indeed, many of these very same countries that issue strong statements condemning the United States of America, have, in private and confidential discussions, unequivocally given their full and complete approval. They all, without exception, profoundly agree with us that this specific action should be undertaken and thoroughly implemented. In other words, these are countries that have given their approval to America, who have said, no, in any case, this year, you need to get rid of it. It has to be done. And then in private, when they talk, it's international hypocrisy. I'm saying that in this matter, we're going to understand a lot of things. When they talk on the phone with these people, they tell them, no, you should do it. No, this and that, this and that. But in public, they come out to condemn. They condemn. I don't know if you understand. That's what really hurts America. Even the very states that encouraged America to take action. But they come out and condemn. Marco Rubio didn't name any countries. Yes, he didn't name any countries. But be careful, which countries do you think could be behind this? Who support in private but outside? It's laughable. Outwardly, they act as if they have nothing to do with it and claim they're against it. You should see how firmly they condemn it. Let's go a little further. Rest assured, have you shared the video conference? Do you see what time it is when we take all the necessary time for you, for yourselves as well? I see the shares. I'm not saying this to discourage you. No, not at all. I see the shares and the number of subscribers. It's thanks to your efforts. Congratulations. That means in Chinese, congratulations. Keep going. So then, Marco Rubio says, they all agree with us in private that this should be done. They have to do what they need to do for their own public relations goals. But the only people in the world who are unhappy about what happened in Iran last night are the Iranian regime. So he's accusing everyone. He says, all those who are condemning us right now, they are condemning us for their own public relations reasons. They don't want to lose their relations with Iran. But in private, they all agree. None of these countries are unhappy. The only country in the world that's unhappy is Iran. So when he says that, he's putting Russia, China, and others in the same boat. If the Russian Federation was truly happy about this particular situation, would Russia, China, and Pakistan have collectively brought forth a resolution to the United Nations Security Council? For those who haven't been following the news, China, Russia, and Pakistan brought the matter to the UN Security Council today, the 22nd of June, 2025, with a draft resolution aimed at condemning the United States for what they did. I'm telling you, geopolitics is all mixed up. Anyone who tells you they fully understand current global geopolitics and explains it to you in a way that makes you think you get it, it means they didn't explain it properly. Because things are changing every second, every minute, things are shifting. Positions are changing. Someone can say something right now. 3 minutes later, they change their stance based on their political interests. I want you to remember this phrase when it comes to geopolitics. Nothing is static. First of all, in politics, naturally, nothing is static. Everything moves, everything changes at any moment. In geopolitics, it's even worse. Let's dive deeper. Yes. So, this statement was made during a television interview, specifically on Fox News, Channel's Sunday morning features, and CBS Face the Nation, following the American strikes on nuclear sites, on the nuclear sites that we saw. So then, what should we say? These significant remarks come after the recent American military strikes, which followed similar actions carried out by Israel, while countries like Russia strongly condemned the attacks. Countries like Russia strongly condemned them. Yes, we have Russia, which strongly condemned them, calling them a violation of international law. Iraq and Saudi Arabia have expressed their deep concern and issued public condemnations. Rubio suggests that these public condemnations are just a diplomatic facade. Yes, he says it's a diplomatic facade. This apparent duality reflects the complexity of regional and international relations in the Middle East. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is the truth. They have abandoned America, and therefore he is obliged to denounce this. So, thank you all. I will be back with you later, God willing, with more news. This was the voice of your humble servant, Robert Théa.